It starts by being honest with yourself. Unfiltered, unashamed. After all, who knows you better than you? Unfiltered, unashamed.
Hello, Auntie Lady. Hold on, wait, we gotta start over. Hello, Auntie Lady.
And I'm Sam,
And
we're your
we're
hosts
hosts
of
of Unfiltered and Unashamed.
Hi guys, welcome to season 1, episode 2. Oh my gosh, we're in episode 2.
Yes. and it seems like we're so late.
I know, but we are here today, and today is actually interesting because we're about to work on our very first topic. We're gonna be actually getting into the nitty-gritty. So the topic of today is going to be intuition versus overthinking. We got a few questions that we came up with one another, and I feel like we came up with these questions a long time ago. but I guess we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. First, let me ask, how you feeling today?
I feel well. I feel even better now that I done made it to the end of the day.
I know, me too.
Ooh.
I kind of slept in today. I just got back off vacation, so I kind of been doing a little sleeping.
Look at you.
But I
So
did
blessed.
be productive. I met with my business partner today, and we knocking this out today. So I feel like I've done something productive, even on my off day.
Yes. That's what I'm talking about, being productive.
Yes. So
I'm glad that the questions and the topic that we will be talking about are based on life situations.
Yeah.
And some things some people can relate to and others can't, but it'll help somebody. And that's our goal.
Yeah. I feel like the topic today is especially gonna help me because I do a lot of overthinking from time to time. It has gotten way better, but I think it'll help me too. So I'm ready to get into it. We'll start with our first question. And our first question was, how do you know, how can you know when is God warning you versus your own fear talking?
That's a good question. I believe this is no quote, no right answer. This is my answer.
Right.
I believe when you hearing from God, it's gonna line up with scripture.
Right.
Like, if you're dealing with a situation and it's constantly chaos about it and around it, the word says that God is not the author of confusion. So it depends on what you're dealing with according to hearing God's voice.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like when it's your own fear talking, you're gonna have questions that leads after it. Like you're gonna still be thinking about stuff, and it just you won't be at peace with it. But when it's God talking, He's saying warning before destruction, and He's gonna give you peace, and you won't have no more room to overthink or question anything because it's God talking and not your own fear. So yeah, I agree with it. Bleeding just kind of falls into the same question, but have you ever ignored what you felt was a warning and later realized God was trying to get your attention?
Yes. How many times? It's almost like, you know how everybody know what a vest is.
Mm-hmm.
You have faith on the outside that's worn on the vest, but you got that shaky faith that's on the inside.
Yeah.
So when you're really not truly standing up, trusting and believing in God, you will allow that fear to set in, and you will allow it to cause you to waver.
I can say yes too. I have. I'm sure we all feel with like victim to it, like just thinking it is something that's your own fear talking, or just thinking it's just you in your mind or whatever, and it's really God sending you warning, letting you know, like, hey, it's a warning before destruction. It's a warning sign. But I think I've done it quite a few times. I can admit that. We unfiltered and unashamed, so I can't admit that I have fell victim to that.
You say you fell victim to what was it again?
Ignoring what you felt like was a warning and later realized God was trying to get your attention.
I want to touch on it. That's the reason why I asked you. It's not that I wasn't listening, but I wanted to re-ask that question because sometimes we get so used to the familiar.
Mm-hmm.
So when God's trying to stretch us to the unfamiliar, we get comfortable. And in our being comfortable, we get complacent. Like, oh, I'm not doing it. I'm going to ignore that sign.
Right.
Because I'm so comfortable over here. I don't want to be stretched. I want to go higher, but I don't want to do what it's required of me to go higher.
Yeah. So shaky fear. Shaky faith. That's what I meant. And then our next question was, does past situations causes you to overthink?
We just got to talking about something similar to that. Things that cause you to be triggered. You know. And they just, when you're being triggered, that's showing that you haven't properly dealt with those things because they're resurfacing and they're coming back up.
Yeah. I think past situations, in a way, does cause me to overthink because I'm dealing with when it comes to a situation that I'm kind of familiar with, kind of like you said, you're familiar with it, you already, when it comes to situations like that, I know how I've handled it before. So that's why I try to adapt now I try to adapt to the unfamiliar and try to handle things differently. But since I've handled it this way before, I think that it's okay I thought that it was okay to handle it like this again because I'm like, okay. It's just like how math problems got different ways you can solve it. I feel like it's kind of how you should play different situations. Like, yeah, it might be the same problem, but that don't mean it's the same way to get to the solution.
Yes.
So, I don't know. That's how I feel. That's kind of how I feel about it now.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good because I like the way you use that math problem as an example.
Yeah.
Because everybody represent different numbers.
Right.
I may be number 1. You may was dealing with a number 2, a number 3, a number 4. And I may understand the math problem better than your 1 or 2 did.
Right.
That was real good. Yes.
That one just came out the woodworks. I don't know why it just got me like.
Thank you, Lord.
I know. And then the question that ties into that was, how can we stop ourselves from punishing a new situation for what happened in the old situation?
It's good. I like that. That's an amazing question. Give it up for saying. It is.
I feel like she's giving me advice right now.
It is. Give it up for saying. It's really good. How? Read that again.
How can we stop ourselves from punishing a new situation for what happened in the old situation?
First of all, I would think about how that situation made me feel. And if it made me feel a certain type of way in a place that I don't want to revisit, I'm going to handle it differently. I'm going to go in on it differently. I'm going to observe the whole situation differently because of it being in the past. It was in the past for a reason. And knowing that there was something in the past, I would know how to deal with it, how to confront it, how to be more relaxed. If it had got me down before and I know how it took me down, nothing can surprise you if it's not a surprise. And what I mean by that, if you was planning me a surprise birthday party, but you told me about it, I can't be surprised. So I'm going to deal with it accordingly. Yeah.
I want you to know.
What you say? I want you to know. Yep. So I would most definitely try to deal with it better. Everything that happened in the past don't have to affect you in the future the same way it did in the past. It's up to you how you handle it. It's up to you how you've grown, how you mature from that level and that point. Okay, it could be a test. What you was testing in first grade probably was hard to you in first grade. But when you get to the 6th grade,
easy.
Yeah.
I also feel like when it comes to situations like that, most situations is dealing with somebody else. So what would you say if, like, okay, me and somebody else went through the same situation? I know that I want to approach the situation differently. I know that I want to work through it differently. So I approach it differently, but the other person still based it off old situations. How would you deal with something like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we both encountered the same situation and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna handle it different. I'm gonna rather it's communicate better or rather it's whatever it is, I'm gonna handle it better and differently than what I did the last time, because I know what the last time it didn't work out. But the other person on the other hand is just like, stuck in their ways, or handling it the same way as if they would have handled the old situation.
Gotcha. First of all, I say, what type of time you on?
Right.
You want to repeat what you was with the last time, because red flags are real. And then I say, how well do you know this new person? It's a difference from showing somebody grace versus showing somebody opportunity to manipulate you.
Right.
So it's up to you how you will handle it moving forward. Like, okay, I'm growing, but I ain't no carpet either. I ain't no rug. I ain't finna just let you walk all over me.
Right.
So what's your time looking like? How much time you gonna put into this before you realize it is what it is?
You said something about red flags. It just made me think about something. How can you know what's a true red flag? How can we distinguish that?
A true red flag?
Yeah.
If it's repeated. Like, how somebody probably slip up.
Right.
But no. If it's red, it's red.
Right.
You probably slipped up, it was black one time, but you keep on coming back and it's continuing to be red. It's red.
Right. I just asked it because a lot of y'all try to ignore the red flags. We're not ignoring the red flags. Y'all be swearing up and down they green, knowing they red.
Yeah, because I heard something in Bible study tonight, and it was said that you cannot change a person. You cannot change a person for who they are. You can't love them enough to change them. You can't give them enough to change them. And when she said that, it resonated in me because we all come from different backgrounds. We've all dealt with different kind of traumas. We all been through different kind of situations. So my process of handling things and my way of handling things may not be your way.
Right.
So are you willing to constantly be somebody's counselor? I understand. Now, it's a difference when we communicate, both of us, and we dealing with stuff together, but I got to be constantly the one that's counseling over you and wishing that you get it, and then you coming back triggered and don't know if you moving with me or you moving without.
Right.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. It was an amazing question. I like that.
It was. You know what? All these questions been good.
I know, but that one was just like spot on. The next question is, what role does communication play when you're feeling uneasy? And when is the perfect time to communicate?
What role does it play when it's uneasy?
When you're feeling uneasy, I feel like, to me, this is just me. I feel like communication play a very huge role, especially if we're gonna say partners, because which it can be in friendships, partners, whatever, but whatever situation it is, I feel like communication come first, because I need to be able to tell you how I feel, and you should be able to understand it. You should be able to listen to understand and not to respond to me, and I should be able to talk to you if I'm feeling uneasy. I should be able to let you know, hey, this is bothering me, or this was going on. And I kind of encountered this with one of my friendships recently, where something was bothering her, she came to me and let me know, and we was able to talk it out. Now, let's say she didn't come to me. She felt uneasy about that. She didn't come to me. We would have just been, it would have caused conflict that's unneeded, that's not needed. So I feel like communication does play a very huge role when you're feeling uneasy. I know some people like to say, oh, I don't like to talk right off the bat because I might say the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
But me personally, I'm not that person. Like, I feel like in some way I be feeling like, okay, if you said something that harsh enough to hurt my feelings, that's something that you been wanting to say.
No, I don't agree with that. And the reason why I don't agree with it is because if we had a small fire right here and you pour gasoline on it, it's gonna explode.
Right.
It's gonna expand.
Right.
So I can understand somebody saying, just let me calm down. It's just like when a child do something and it's so bad, you can't discipline them right away because the anger and the rage and the disappointment that caused them to be disciplined will probably have you over discipline them. And I just look at situations like that when we're in a heated conversation. I'm going to say heated conversation. And I say that because it may be something I've been thinking, because every conversation leads this way.
Right.
So you're thinking that there's something I wanted to say, but I'm coming back swinging because I feel like this is how I feel. I haven't got a chance to deal with my emotions. I haven't got a chance to deal with how I want to say it. I haven't got a chance to even deal with my own thoughts. So now it's coming out, and it's coming off as an explosion versus me having time to rethink it, because I could have been wrong and I could have seen where you was coming from, but me answering right then and there, here's all even more confusion. Not something that I wanted to say, but something that I want to swing back and make you feel, because how I was feeling at the time. But if I can calm down and we can revisit that conversation, then I can say how I feel in a more pleasant way.
I think I just be thinking like, I can't put me on everybody. I gotta stop doing it, because I know I wouldn't say something like we was, if I was getting an argument with somebody, I wouldn't just be like, or conflict, whatever we have going on. I wouldn't just sit up here and say something that's gonna hurt your feelings. I'm always considerate of other folks' feelings, I think, and I be trying to put everybody in that category, and everybody is not me. So
did you notice what I've noticed about you since I've been getting to know you? You gotta look that Kia. You ain't gotta say nothing. I mean, y'all, me and her was having a real deep conversation, like mother-daughter conversation, and she gave me that look like, I can't believe you sitting up here. She gave me a look. Now she may be thinking about your feelings, but y'all know looks can't tell. She looked at me like, if this lady, who she thinks she is, talking to me like this? Okay,
it wasn't purposely.
I know, but I'm just saying, you know, we all different. Like you just said, you're not gonna continue to put you off on people because everybody is different. See, somebody else might verbally say something, but your look, like,
you one of those crazy people. I've been trying to.
Yeah, I was moonwalking back in my seat. Like,
I've been trying to work on my looks now, because I actually seen something. Well, one of y'all, one of my supporters seen me out in public, and he was like, I didn't speak to you because you look so mean. I was like, what? I'm the nicest person you probably ever meet. Like, if you was to come to me, we would probably take pictures, do some TikToks and stuff together. Like, it's okay to speak to me in public, I promise. He was like, you look so mean. I was like, no, I'm not mean. I just be looking like serious. I be trying to.
Yeah, serious. I thought she was seriously gonna get up and do something to me. Like, I better shut up while I can. I started watching videos on my phone. Let me leave little sister alone. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny. It's too funny. But yeah, I'm considerate of everybody's feelings. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it could be a bad thing, because I don't think I wouldn't even say a bad thing. I just feel
I
like
think it can be.
some people, they don't consider my feelings as much as I consider other people's feelings. And I be expecting it, but you can't expect it about everybody. So, and the perfect time to communicate is when both sides have just calmed down.
Because you might not even just say nothing. You probably go in there and slam a kitchen door, then they already mad, they come in there and push you down. Not saying that that's what they gonna do, but I'm just saying, you know, you don't know what kind of day they done had, and they just want to blow off on somebody.
Right.
I ain't trying to give you no reason to do that, because I ain't finna play hit and quit missing. Nah, we ain't finna do this. So I'm gonna let you go to your corner, and I'm gonna go to my corner, and then we'll try to work it out.
That's true. I don't really look at it like that, because I think I'm the type of person where, and it's funny because it goes to, does past situations interact with the new situations? Because like I told you before, I had a situation to where is somebody I know and two people that I know, one had passed away after they got into an argument and stuff, and he left the house, passed away, and that make me look at stuff different. Like, I'm always ready to talk it out and communicate, because I don't want to ever leave off on bad terms with anybody. Rather it's you leaving the world, God forbid, or rather it's us leaving each other, I never want to leave off on bad terms with anything. So that's why, I just look at it a little differently. I be want to communicate.
Shoot them a text, write them a note. I can only apologize for what I know to apologize, because even if you're not willing to hear me out, or even willing to be leveled in the midst of our conversation, I can't say nothing to get to you anyway.
Right. Oh, that was good. And then the question that ties into that is, how do you know when it's time to speak up versus when it's time to just pray, process, and wait?
Girl, these questions are questioning. Okay, I like it. Wow. I would say, the word tells us that God is not the author of confusion. And when it's getting to the point to where it's becoming confusion, pray about it. And when there's no getting through to the next person, or you can't explain it, God been dealing with me with this. We all are His children. Some are even more special than others. Some need to be tolerated in different ways. Some you got to have extremely more patience with. So I would say, pray about it. And what better way to do to talk to the Lord about it, the one who created them, the one who created you, when you're sometimes acting like they're acting.
I'm gonna agree. I feel like when you feel like it's more so confusion than peace, that's when it's time to pray, process, and just let God take over.
Right.
Because at that point, there's nothing else that you can do besides that. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with that. I think that kind of wraps up all our questions. That was really good.
It was. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of you. Yes.
Well, actually, these are the questions we came with together.
Okay.
We supposed to record it the first episode, but I put my own little twist to it, so we kind of collided on it.
Like that.
So I like that for us. We did a very good job.
Yeah.
So basically, to sum this episode up, what would you say when it comes to intuition versus overthinking?
Intuition or overthinking. Okay, if you have a true intuition, there's no need to overthink it, because intuitions almost are like warnings and good feelings that something is going on, and it's going to reveal itself, almost like they say, what's done in the dark will come to light. So you don't have to be in your head overthinking it. That will cause you to be double-minded, unstable. So yeah.
I agree. I just feel like intuition is gonna give you clarity. Overthinking, you can create a billion stories with it.
Now you just made me think of something. How many times have your intuition led you wrong? Has your intuition always been right?
That's a good question. That's a great question, actually.
Because we can, if we are overthinkers, we can get it confused with intuition.
Right.
Because that's the familiar overthinking.
So if we get it confused, though, it's not really your intuition. It's just you overthinking.
Look at you.
But to sum it all up, one seeks clarity. One creates confusion. So
that's good.
I guess you'll know, or you can basically tell, okay, well, did this solution that I'm thinking about or that I came to, did it make me ask more questions? Did it make me be even more confused than what I began with? Or do I feel at peace? Or do I feel like everything's okay? I guess. What you say? Yeah.
Right. I agree with it.
I wrote something that I want to say.
Okay.
So I want to say, y'all. Say it. I said, don't ignore what you feel, but learn how to discern what's truth, what's fear, and what's trying to heal.
Hey, I like it.
You like that?
Yes.
So don't ignore what you feel, but learn how to discern what's truth, what's fear, and what's trying to heal.
I want to repeat that.
Okay.
Don't
ignore what you feel.
Don't ignore what you feel.
But learn how to discern. What's true.
What's true.
What's fear.
What's fear.
And what's trying to heal.
Yes.
I love it. Oh my gosh. This was so good. I'm so excited. I don't know why I feel like I'm just overjoyed right now.
We doing it. It's emotion. And that was good. That was the first one.
Yes. And honestly, this episode made me just feel so much better. And I hope that we was able to have that impact on you all. Yes. Just from sitting here watching and listening. I hope that we was able to give y'all clarity on intuition versus overthinking. And not saying what we say is right, but we hope that it gives y'all some type of calm and peace on whatever you're thinking about or however you feel. I hope that we able to bring some type of peace in your life and know that nobody's perfect, not even us. I'm gonna say me, speaking on my own behalf, I do a lot of overthinking and I became better with it, especially since I met Lady T and just her bring her insight and word into my life. It just made me feel a lot better. And I'm able to do less overthinking and just give things to God and know that He is God and He won't lead me wrong. So I've come to peace with a lot of stuff. So that's how I know it's God talking and not my own fear.
Yes.
And I pray that y'all are able to do the same.
Yes.
Did you have any closing remarks?
I don't. Until next time.
Once again, I'm Sin.
And I'm T Lady.
And we are your hosts of Unfiltered and Unashamed.
Peace.